Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. So how was everyone doing? How was your weekend? My weekend was interesting. I'll kind of go more into that, but ended up being a really good weekend. Really ended up doing probably not everything I wanted to do, but sometimes it's good just to have relax and just have a good uneventful weekend. So definitely what I had. I have a few products I want to go over. You guys know, but when I'm kind of switching up my videos, where my chat on Monday, which you guys see on Tuesday, is more of an update chat, let you guys know anything that is going on. I'll give you kind of some updates on any new products that I've tried. Also show you what I'm eating. So these videos tend to be a little bit longer. I update you on my personal life stuff. And then the video that goes up on Thursday is just 2 full days of eating, and it's just mostly food. And I mean, I update things here and there, but that way you have one video that just has all the updates in there. So let's first talk about keto in general, like dirty keto versus clean keto. I got a comment from somebody that said, and I don't remember if it was a comment or a DM. It was not a nice comment, but it really did make me dig deep and look at what I have been eating and what I've been doing. But for the most part, no, I am happy with how I'm doing my keto. But basically the comment said, your keto is too dirty. No wonder why you're not losing weight. But so my first comment back to them, it was a DM. It was a DM on Instagram, that's right. My first comment back to them was, well, have you not been watching my update videos? Because in January, I lost 8 pounds. In February, yes, I only lost 1 pound. But in January, I lost 8 pounds and 14 inches. And in February, I lost 1 pound and 10 inches. So I said, that's the reason why I encourage measuring, because it doesn't always, your journey doesn't always reflect on the scale, especially if you're adding in new things to your diet or your lifestyle, like exercise, which is what I am doing. And obviously that exercise is paying off because I'm losing inches. But then it really made me think to look at okay, what really is the difference between clean keto and dirty keto? And really from my research, it's interesting, because if you were to just go out there and look at that and just Google dirty keto versus clean keto, you're gonna get a lot of stuff, and a lot of websites. Most of the websites are geared towards clean keto. They're basically saying on these websites, basically, if you're doing dirty keto, you are extremely doing bad things for your health, which a lot of you may say, yes, that's exactly how you feel too, which is fine. That is fine. It's like I said, I always say, it's your journey. You do you, let everybody else do us. Another comment just real quick that the person said was that YouTube is ruining keto, and that everybody is giving keto a bad name and making it seem like this is the only way to do it, which I disagree with also, because yes, it's fun to do the occasional, okay, let's make a taco, a cheese taco shell. Okay, that's just fun to do once in a while. But I would say that a majority of people that are on YouTube, I mean, the ones that I watch anyway, are doing kind of a mixture between clean keto and dirty keto, just like I think I am doing. I feel like I do kind of a mixture of both. Like I said, the websites, it's so interesting because you go on there and it'll have this one paragraph on dirty keto, and it basically says, you're eating nothing but processed food, tons of cheese, tons of processed meats, not good high quality meats, and no fruits or vegetables. And that's all the paragraph says. And it's saying that you're just doing all these bad things for your health. Then it'll have this section for clean keto, and it'll give you all these list of things that you should be eating, and it's just more information. And I just found that really interesting. So it really made me start looking at, one thing I really want to start looking more into is what is the definition of a processed food. I think in our minds we think, okay, it means it's packaged. However, I don't know. I guess that really probably is what it is. It's just packaged food is processed food. But I feel like there are some packaged foods out there that if they only have just a few ingredients in them, are they really bad? I mean, I'm looking at this super creamer right here. Okay, is this considered a processed food? you know, really the only ingredients in there, there's whey protein, there's cream, there's coconut MCT oil, monk fruit, and then you get to the natural flavors. And I think that's probably where a lot of people get hung up on, because supposedly natural flavors are not a good thing. I don't know, I haven't looked a lot into that kind of stuff. So I don't know, but I feel like I try to get things that are packaged that don't have a whole lot of ingredients, but also on the other hand, I also want this to be a lifestyle and a long-term thing. So it's just how I'm gonna choose to do it. But I did wanna say that it did make me look at what I was eating. And I did realize that I have not been eating the amounts of vegetables, salads, and stuff like that that I used to eat. And I always like watch like Nissine's videos, and she always has these big like spinach salads with her dinners and stuff. And I'm always like, oh, I need to do that. But honestly, I just gotten lazy. I have just gotten so lazy about eating, you know, about making these extra side dishes, and I have been just eating the main dish and then that's it. Like, it's just laziness. By the time, I always tell you guys this, I am such a morning person. By the time I get home from work, I am just done. Like, I don't want to do anything. That's why I do all my housework in the mornings before I go to work, because my body shuts down in the afternoon. Always been that way. I've never been a night person, and when I used to work like a 3 to 11 shift, it killed me. I've always just been more of a morning person, and I just can't do that, you know, afternoon, nighttime thing. So this week I am really focusing on eating more fruits and vegetables and salads. So I do thank the person for making me look at my diet. But as far as everything else goes, no, I don't feel like my keto is too dirty. I am still doing what I want to do. I don't do a ton of processed stuff. I don't do a ton of like cheese and stuff, but you know what, it's just how I'm gonna do it. But I apologize if people get offended by someone else's diet. I would hope that if you would just move on to somebody else if you are looking to find somebody who eats super clean. And if you feel like you can't find that on YouTube, then maybe YouTube's not the place for you. And I normally don't like acknowledge those comments, but it always just makes it interesting when people just feel like they need to put out there what you're doing wrong. Now, as far as the like meats and stuff, it's just not in my budget. And oh, that's the other thing I mentioned to the person. I said, well, it's not in my budget to do only grass-fed organic. I pick it up when it's on sale, when I can afford it. And they said, well, then maybe you shouldn't be doing keto, because then if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't be doing it. But then if you go and you look at, you know, other lifestyles and ways of eating, and if somebody were just to eat a, you know, clean, healthy diet that does have carbs and whole grains and all that, they still tell you to eat the grass-fed beef and the organic chicken and you know, all the organic and grass-fed pasture-raised stuff. But I wouldn't be able to afford it there either. So why not do keto that works for me, you know, doing it with the dirty meats, when I would be doing the dirty meats eating the other way. So it makes no sense to me when they make comments like that. But anyway, next update, health update. So, and a lot of people may be in disagreement with my decision. So you guys know I've been having some health issues. Friday was really bad, and my husband's like, I think you have a major medical issue. And I'm like, no, I don't think I do. But I'm gonna move my doctor's appointment up, because my doctor's appointment wasn't gonna be for a couple of weeks. That was the first they can get me in, and really it's just mostly female issues. I'm not gonna go all into it and TMI and all that, but mainly there's just a lot of female stuff going on, and I really just think it's premenopause hormonal changes and all that, just because all the symptoms go there. And Friday though, I was so bloated, and it wasn't anything related to what I was eating. It was related to all that stuff that was going on. And my husband was super, super worried. And so I called the doctor's office, moved my doctor's appointment up. I couldn't get him with my regular doctor though, because he's at a conference or something this week. And so I had to see a different doctor, and it was going to be Tuesday. But by Saturday night, everything was gone. The bleeding had stopped. The bloating was gone. I felt this energy. I felt really good. And then Sunday I was really good. Today I'm good so far. However, over the weekend, our community was hit with the coronavirus. And so we don't live in a big community. The doctor's office I go to takes urgent care patients. They had to take walk-ins. It's, you know, I myself have made the decision, and I talked with my husband about it. I didn't, only myself. I talked with my husband and my family about it. I decided to cancel my doctor's appointment tomorrow and wait and make it, and just to see what happens in our community over this next week or so. Because like I said, we don't live in a big community, and the doctor's office I go to is just very busy and frequented. And like I said, every time we go in there for either appointment for me or for my husband, it's like there's people in there with masks. It's just really scary right now. And I'm not scared for myself. I'm more scared for my husband, because we still don't have definitive answers on his breathing issue. And all the tests have just come back inconclusive. There's no answer, basically. So that makes me nervous for him to get it. I'm not like as worried about I get the flu all the time. I've gotten every bad flu that has been out there, and I've always gotten over it. But we had that flu 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember, I missed like a whole week of work. It was terrible. My husband got it. His turned into pneumonia. He's had pneumonia like 2 or 3 times in his life. So it makes me very nervous, him getting it. So I just made the decision, where we made it together, that I would cancel my appointment for tomorrow. Unless today or tomorrow something happened and some of my stuff was coming back, but so far everything is fine. So I'm just going to cancel it. I just feel like with not knowing, and this is, and they did say that the case here was from community spread, not from, they didn't go anywhere to get it from travel or anything. So that's the part that makes me nervous, because we don't know, like, where was their first point of contact? Were they at my doctor's office? Were they at the hospital? What was it? We don't know, because they're not giving out that information because of, HIPAA and FERPA laws. And so I completely understand that as well. So anyway, until we get more information and find out just if there's any more cases here, how spread it is in our community, I am just going to stay work and home. And if I have to go to the store, I'm just going to be very careful. So it's just our decision that we made. So I am not going to be going to the doctor right now. I will, like I said, I'm going to wait this next week or two and just see if anything progresses in our community before I make another appointment. And then I can probably go to my regular doctor anyway at that point. Exercise is going super, super good. Actually, it's going so good that on Thursday when I woke up, it would have been my 3rd day to work out for the week. I've been doing 3 days a week. It would have been my 3rd day, but the workout the day before was like an arm, like upper body arm exercises. I woke up on Thursday and I could not even move my arms. I'm not even kidding. It was, and here's the thing, is like, she even said in the video, probably use like a 3-pound weight. But I was like looking at some of the exercises, I'm like, as we were doing them, I'm like, I can do a 5-pound weight. This is ridiculous. I want to push myself. So I used a 5-pound weight, and I can see now why they said use a 3-pound, because as you're doing the movements of the exercise, they did not feel like they were really difficult. But OMG. They were difficult. Yeah. I mean, they were difficult, but they made me sore. I was sore up in here. I am still, like, my biceps are still a little bit sore. It was some really good workout though. It was exercise moves I've never done before. They weren't the typical like this. There was like this thing called like a wood chop where you go like this, and like, I mean, it was craziness. So yeah. Yeah. But I am still doing exercising. Love it. Going really, really good. Other thing, you guys, I keep forgetting to mention my Facebook group. So you guys, it's down there. It's called Keto Journey to Healthy. Check it out. I don't have a lot of members yet, but I want to get it going, so we can have a place to support people who don't mind if my keto is too dirty for you. Don't come if you think it is. But if you guys want, just support people to chat with, join the Facebook group. And I'll try and remember to put the name across the screen here. Another thing really quickly, spring break videos. Spring break is coming up in a couple of weeks, so I do want to do a bunch of filming. So let me know which videos that you would like to see. I'm going to pre-film that entire week, so I have videos to kind of go out. So let me know. I'll probably for sure be doing a Q&A. I think I may do it a live Q&A. I don't know if I want to do it maybe in my Facebook group. I thought about doing some live chats in my Facebook group, or if I just do a live Q&A on YouTube. So let me know what kind of videos you want to see. I want to talk about a few products And I'll talk about this other thing in my full day of eating video, so it's gonna have a little bit of chat in it because I'm running out of time. It's already almost 7. I've been talking for a long time, so let's go over some of these products. I am finishing up a cup of coffee. This has the super creamer in there, so that's what I want to talk about. So I picked this up over the weekend. I've been trying to find this for a long time. I think Erin used to drink this and she really liked it. I found it at a grocery outlet. I was not a fan. I'm glad it was only 99 cents. It has like this weird aftertaste, and I'm pretty sure the aftertaste is the almond milk because I'm not a huge fan of almond milk in my coffee because I can always taste it. So just not a fan. I'm gonna stick to regular half and half or this because I am loving the super creamer. Absolutely loving it. It's kind of spendy. Like this is like $3.50. I think I have enough to get through the week. I may stop by Safeway. Safeway is the only place I can find it. I can only get the vanilla and the hazelnut. I cannot find the sweet cream, which makes me sad because I really want to try the sweet cream, but they don't sell it in my... We literally have one store that sells this, and this vanilla and hazelnut. I may try the hazelnut. I'm not always a huge hazelnut fan, but I may try it just to change it up. But this is super good, so this is what I'm going to be having in my coffee if I don't have half and half. So there's that. I picked this up this weekend. Not a fan. The reason why I picked it up was because they were out of my Pure everywhere in town. So this seemed really similar because it's stevia and erythritol, which is what Pure is. But my coffee does not taste sweet. Like I have to use the liquid stevia with this, or I have to put, because sometimes I don't always put syrup in all my coffees. So I really rely on the Pure to make it sweet. This just doesn't do it. I'm glad I only got a small one of this, so I will finish it up, but I'll definitely be picking my Pure up again. The last product are these sparkling waters. So I only picked up a couple different ones. I had the grapefruit and orange one last night. I loved it. And you guys, sparkling waters are hit and miss with me. Like the LaCroix, there's some of the LaCroix I like. The bubbly, there's some of the bubbly I like, but there's not any that just wow me and just make me want to buy more. This one did. So this is a pomegranate blueberry. I'm going to bring this one to work with me today. But that orange grapefruit was super good. I definitely think I'll be picking up a case of these. But Safeway had all the flavors individually. And so I may pick up some more of the individual flavors, and I may do that today because I have to go take some cans to recycling. So I may do that today. May pick up a few of the other flavors to see which ones I really like. But I really like these. These are super good. And I think that's it. That's all the products. I'm getting ready to make my coffee. And I forgot to mention this morning that Bones has a new flavor, and it is carrot cake. And of course, it's not coming until today. Me, Erin, and Nassine all ordered it the same day, probably about the same time on Friday? Thursday or Friday. Mine will not be here till tomorrow. They all got theirs this weekend. Not happy. Not happy at all. Because why does mine always come after theirs? I think it's because they're more on the East Coast and I'm way over here. And I think Bones comes from Florida. So obviously they got theirs first. Anyway, so I'm picking out which kind of coffee I think I'm going to have this morning. I think I may go with the Macadamia, and I'm going to put some of the salt to dark chocolate espresso syrup in it. Breakfast is going to be that quiche that I made in meal prep. You guys can check out that video. It'll be linked down below, and I'll link it in the cards above. I do have an avocado here. I want to heat this up so I have the avocado still in its little shell, so I can not have hot. I don't like hot avocado. So that'll be my breakfast. Lunch is going to be the chicken fried cauliflower rice. It does have bell peppers and green beans. I had this for lunch yesterday. I absolutely love this, so check out the meal prep video to see how I put this together. And then we have all my dirty processed, keto food. So I have my Kiss My Keto bar, chocolate cookie dough. I usually tend to have these, it seems like the beginning of the week when I'm at work is when I start craving stuff. So I just like to have, something on hand. But these keto bars are really good. I am bringing that blueberry pomegranate sparkling water. I have a couple things of the Tillamook smoked. This is the smoked black pepper cheese. Love this. I have one of those. This is half of the, what are they called? Green Ridge, something like that. The Costco sausages. So I have half of one of those. And there you go. That's all the food I'm bringing. I need to get my coffee made and get out the door. Okay, so coffee is going to be the Macamaniac. I have some of the keto collagen chocolate, so good. And then also some of the salted dark chocolate espresso syrup. I have to get out of here or I would show that to you. I'll show it to you tomorrow because I'm sure I will have it tomorrow.
We get lost, we can get high. Because me gone, I feel alive. Anywhere, anyway, I will love you. We rule the world, just you and I. Just let me down, we walk the line. When all the things go wrong, I'll take a shot for you.